So, which one are we doing first then, Nick?
Brilliant. Do you want to do the consultation?
The town council?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would your title be for that one, Darren?
Well, concerned citizen, but I'm also here in my capacity as a councillor. Nothing to do with my portfolio. So, as a ward councillor for the Welland ward in Market Harborough.
Brilliant. Thank you for that. Yeah, we know there's this plan on the table for potentially a town council, new level of local government for Market Harborough. Could you just tell us a bit more about how that's come about and where the plan's kind of up to?
Okay, right, get ready for some acronyms here. So the government announced that they are doing an LGR, which is a local governance review. And in that, they have decreed that all the district and borough councils will be abolished, as with the county councils, and then they will be merged into a larger unitary. And I think Alberto Costa did a good video on this just recently, saying basically there's the three options on the table: the expansion of the city, which some of our local councillors got elected on just recently and have absolutely no power to influence. And you get the three choices: expansion of the Leicester, you get the whole of the county with the city in it, so we get two unitaries, or we got the North City South, which is basically what we prefer, keeping local democracy close to our population. So in doing this, they will lose the district council. And Market Harborough is one of three towns in Leicestershire that has no parish or town council. Parish and town councils are the same thing essentially. So that means the district council at the moment fulfills the functions of a parish council, town council, as in it looks after our cemeteries, it looks after our parks and any other kind of like duties it may look to take on. And so once that's gone, you will have this larger unitary that's looking after it. So as soon as I heard that, we asked for a community governance review, CGR, and this is where the Harbour District Council will start a review as to whether we should have a parish or town council for our community.
And in terms of that process, there was a petition. I think the initial decision was kind of turned down, then there was a petition. Things are moving now and there's some consultation underway.
Yeah, this is where it gets slightly political, sorry. So there are two routes to create a CGR. First is the council can initiate it. So I asked through the cabinet and my cabinet coalition partners agreed that we should start a community governance review. That was taken to council because it has to go to council where, due to the numbers, the Conservatives managed to vote it down. So because there is an appetite for this, the community went straight out and raised a petition. And I think you have to get 7.5% or was it 10% of the local electorate, to sign your petition to actually force it through. So that was done by the deadline. And so Market Harborough has now got a CGR running. Now it's worth noting that the original CGR would have included lots of parishes because we have town parish councils and parish meetings who want to merge, who want to go from parish meeting to parish council. So we have a thing like, the signs by the side of the road, the MVAS signs when you're speeding. A lot of parish meetings want those, but they're not a constituted body, so they cannot assume the liability of that. So this village has no legal entity to own that. So some of them just want to be parish councils on that basis. I think I said enough there.
Yeah, no, got you. And obviously there's some consultation underway at the moment. That's just the way the process goes. People have to have their say, and there's going to be a referendum as well.
Right, yeah, so not a referendum. It's called a community poll, and it's non-binding, but we will go by it, I think. So the process is on the 23rd of January. We started a consultation, and this is on the Harbour District website if people want to go, and maybe we should put a link under this bit later to that. And that is basically the council saying, what are your ideas? What are your aspirations? What would you like to see? And just throw anything in there. Me personally, I have a real issue with youth provision in Harbour District. We have some fantastic clubs, so the football clubs, the scout clubs and all these, but they're all over subscribed. And many people don't want to do that kind of stuff. And as I said to you earlier, Nick, so Market Harborough, the youth, we have one of the highest drug incident rates with our youth because A, they've got lots of money, B, they don't have much to do in the evenings, and this is applying to like the older and younger people, if you say. So yeah, so we've got this kind of like consultation going, and then on April the 30th there will be a community poll, which is a yes/no. Do you want a parish council? Because the parish council meets for the first time, and its first order of duty is to call itself a town council. That's the difference between a parish and a town. And then after that yes, no, the council will then do another consultation, which will run up until about, I've got the dates now, August, September time. And this will be where they present options to the community. So yes, I would like that, no, I don't like that. And then in November they have to do, and I forgot to look up exactly what it's called, something like a structural reorganisation order. And that basically says I am going to create a town council, or not if we've said no in the community poll. And then that takes effect on the 1st of April. And that's the process for creating a town council. But it's so succinct, isn't it? So there you go.
And there's obviously, well, the petition showed there was a lot of support, and obviously it's something you support.
Yes, wholeheartedly. It's always been a problem that Harborough Town itself doesn't have much representation. So historically, the district has done quite a lot for the town. If you look at Welland Park, we have a full-time resource looking after that park. I mean, that doesn't happen anywhere else. And you can imagine once we have a unitary council, unitary councils will then have all these statutory duties like SEND and the adult social care, which are basically consuming whole budgets. So by having a district council, you've almost hypothecated and ring-fenced this money to be spent in our community. So that discretionary spend will almost certainly disappear, kind of like when you go to a unitary. So we'll have this standardised approach to open space across the whole, whatever scale the unitary might be, and we won't have any local representation on how that is implemented. And the community of Harborough is very, very active. We have so many volunteers, we have so many groups. Look at the neighbourhood forums, look at Harborough Woodland and all the great work that's been done through that, the flood action groups, and there's just so much to go on. And these people, our community wants to be involved, yeah, and so this will give them the opportunity.
So you'd encourage people to be part of the consultation online. I know it's very short and won't take long.
Absolutely, and it's always the problem that it's a self-selecting few that do these surveys, and so that skews the results quite often, you know. So if you're for it, against it, you may or may not recall the last time they had a community poll on is that going to collapse?
No, it's a door actually.
It's a door, is it right? Last time we had a community poll on a town council, the council didn't pitch a for or against argument at all. So I think many people thought, no, that's just another level of bureaucracy. I'm going to vote against it. So it just fell. And that was kind of like a generation ago almost, wasn't it? It must be best part of 20 years ago. So what I want to do is get this out there, get it socialised. The council itself is using its media channels, but you know, not everyone follows the council. So everyone follows you, Nick.
Thanks, Dan.
No, so
and the consultation, I think it's online, isn't it? People can go on and
yeah,
as you
say,
say,
we'll put a link on.
Yeah.
Put a link on it before. So yeah, just get in there, get your ideas. What you think you want to see in your town. Obviously, we'd like to see people working for our kind of like nightlife. The nighttime economy has kind of like declined a lot in the last like 20 years, and that's general across the country. But if we had, and here's the thing that people don't know, parish councils can do anything that you or I can legally do. They have no statutory duties, but they have the ability to raise a precept. And this is one thing we haven't talked about, is the precept. Sometimes politically the precepts are set artificially low, which then means that the town council is kind of like stymied from day one, you know. So we will set a realistic precept when we do this, and for instance, I think I haven't got it, I'll send it, but yeah, it's not a huge amount of money basically, and I think it's about, no, I'm not even going to pretend. If I can remember, I forgot to look it up before I came down. But yeah, the precept is not a huge amount of money, and it will support a town council, and depending how many functions you want to put into it, is how big the precept is.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Perfect. That's great. I'll just stop that one.
Oh, thank you, Nick.
Yeah, sorry, I think I was out of shot for some of the...